Pakistani dramas, Pakistani cinema, media, yeah, entertainment. The dramas that we see on ARY Digital, Geo, and Bold TV, and all these.
I have no idea. I swear I know of Geo and ARY.
Yeah.
But I have no idea.
There's a few.
To be very clear, I do not consume. Hang on.
Yeah.
I do not consume any Pakistani dramas or anything. I don't have the time for it.
Right.
And also, if I had the time for it, I wouldn't. But maybe you're going to talk about why that.
Well, let's get to. I mean, you mentioned the point, so we have to get into this. It's because you believe Pakistani media is completely inferior to the West. So no, it's not. Let's discuss this now. You brought it up.
Okay.
So yeah,
the dramas are shite.
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
the dramas. Yeah. Most of the. Especially. There's a difference between. I haven't watched a Pakistani movie in a very, very long time. I do not remember.
From a cultural perspective.
Or, I mean, if we're... No, I was going to talk about something else, but I won't. But... the dramas, definitely, because they're obviously so... They're so specifically terrible. But...
Haseeb constantly calls me a Pakistani auntie for watching Pakistani dramas and stuff.
He does. The way you keep it up with it. When I open up his iPad, sometimes I'll be opening up to watch some YouTube video or something, and the last episode of what was the last thing I saw? It was what's the latest episode of I don't know, insert name of typical Pakistani drama, which
is literally anyone.
Yeah, it's It's just I don't know how you do it.
Okay.
It's
I don't have that much time. I don't do it that much anymore. It's mostly because Mum has access to my YouTube account, so that's why a lot of those.
Oh, okay,
that's my cover up.
Okay.
It's.
Okay.
There's
but
a certain
that does make sense.
Knowing exactly what the next 10 episodes are going to be about. It's going to be the mother-in-law is going to be attacking the daughter-in-law, and then things are going to go downhill, and that's basically every drama.
Anyway, can we get back to...
Yes, the point was Imran Khan sitting just talking, like mentioning the...
You don't know Pakistani dramas representation.
That's what I was about to say, yeah, exactly. Think about this for a second, right? Think about this. And sure, we can do Tawbat all together after, because we're discussing this issue of dramas. But in one of these shows that gather tens of millions of views and is one of the biggest exports to Pakistani diaspora, one of the biggest exports in Pakistani culture.
Despite how bad they are.
Moving on. If ARY Digital, I don't know which one is the best, but whichever one is the best, you can comment some recommendations that I can watch without Haseeb's approval and knowing.
Islam says that your elder brother is equivalent to your father.
But you hate the culture.
That doesn't take away from the fact that...
No, I do respect you. Yes, I have to respect my elder brother, etc. and stuff. But I mean, the culture is also important. What was I saying?
It's going out to millions of people. Millions of people are watching.
Yes. Imagine if one of these shows, I wish I remembered a name of some show.
Same.
Imagine if they depicted a young man going through a crisis, because that's what every show is about, a crisis. And he constantly goes onto the musalla, he's on the prayer mat, he's making dua, he's doing tasbih, you see him going to the masjid, you see him talking to the imam, discussing certain issues. Imagine how much that would shake the Pakistani youth and the entirety of Pakistan to the core. That, this is being shown with excellent production, and a lot of money goes into this. This
also, people almost... sorry, I'll let you continue your point. But people almost... Worship is the wrong word, but people almost worship these actors, and obviously there's a big culture to that. much like the West as well, but there's a
it's very much in Pakistan.
there's a lot of that in
and there's worshipping worshipping the Pakistani actors and stuff, and the bloody West as well. Oh, Tom Cruise. Okay, yeah. But imagine if that was
Tom
the case.
Cruise is a G. Have you seen?
Imagine if that was the case. That
his latest one was really good. What was it? Not his latest. Where he's flying planes, man. It was really good.
I think you mentioned this to me.
Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun, yeah.
It was.
I'm not going to watch that because
really,
I'm Pakistani.
Really good.
And I don't consume Western content.
It was just a fun movie. You could go and you could watch it,
but imagine if
there's very little of that agenda that's going on in Hollywood these days.
Let's consider this.
That's not what we're talking about right now. We're going to talk about that some other day. Yeah.
Imagine if Tom Cruise comes into one of these dramas and he's mashallah, he's a Muslim and he's wearing the topi and stuff and he's making dua and stuff. I mean, this is where the West can actually this is an idea to the West to make Tom Cruise a Muslim, and you will get people lining up and you will get revenue like nothing else, genuinely.
Yeah, if you're listen, if
this is going in a different direction than when we started.
Look, to all the Hollywood production companies, if you want to make money, this is the way to do it. If you want to bring on all the Muslims, this is the way to do it. You start showing. We're in the West, so we should be careful. Also, our window is open. Also, our back door is open. It's quite hot today. It's a hot Irish evening.
It's getting very hot now.
Yeah, it's as hot as it gets.
It's been raining actually a few days, and
well, that's Ireland. I mean,
the heat is still.
But forget about that for a second. The point that you were trying to make that I continually interrupted was that yes, if the Pakistani dramas and the Pakistani movies, which obviously have a lot of influence on Pakistani culture, the youth, everything, if they started showing young men, young women interacting with the religion in a positive way, and that actually bringing value to them, that's a revolution.
Yes,
that's a revolution because that affects the youth. They almost worship, like I mentioned, they almost worship these people, and it's not even about the actors; it's about the characters that they're playing.
That's why when some of these people
but they're usually portrayed these kind of characters, the religious characters, the ones who go to the mosque or the imams or the Maulvis, they're portrayed as weak. They're portrayed as...
They're not portrayed.
First of all, they're not portrayed.
Yeah, that's because...
If they are
Why are you speaking with that knowledge on the Pakistani drama situation? I thought you don't like dramas. What dramas are you watching?
This was decades ago.
Huh? Oh, you know, this was when Mum exposing yourself.
This was when Mum used to watch it and I had no option.
Now you hate your mother for exposing you to Pakistani dramas. Okay.
No, but the point is, first of all, they don't even show it. But when and that makes it worse. That makes it worse that when they do actually show it, all the religious characters or anyone that is involved in religion, they're either tyrants, they're either extremely weak, or they're just kind of useless losers and kind of not productive in the community.
Yeah.
And what's that? What is the youth going to think? They're going to think, okay, yeah, religion, it's terrible. Or most of the actors, most of the characters, the ones who are the handsome ones and the ones who are respected and the ones who the girls fall for, what are they wearing?
Bad boys.
The
Western clothes.
Yeah, they're wearing the Western clothes. They're wearing the suits and the ties, and they're not.
Their hair like Tom Cruise.
Their hair like Tom Cruise. Poor Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. I'm sure he's living.
Just accept Islam, bro. I mean,
Yeah, brother Tom Cruise. But what was I saying? Yeah. So your point that you're going to attempt to make before choking on your own spit.
This is the last point I'm going to mention about this because we can talk for hours about the issue of culture and how strong it is. This is the last point, and then we'll go back to our guy IK. What was the point I was going to say?
Tens of millions watching. And
yes. Talking about culture. And yes, these dramas are influenced by the culture, but they perpetuate, I'm not sure if that's a real word, they continue to indicate and push forward the culture in that particular way because that's what society is. I'm not going to mention the next point. So I'll just finish off with this.
Okay.
What's shown in Pakistani media Pakistani dramas, they show when they talk about Islam. All right, the mother, she's on the masala, she's doing dua, she's doing tasbih, or sometimes the daughter is doing it. It's a woman's thing. That is so strong in Pakistani culture.
Yeah,
that men do not pray, and that is, I mean, it is so strange.
Yeah.
Why the hell are you praying? Are you okay?
Yeah.
And then for women,
Also that basically
acceptable.
basically portrays sorry, but that basically portrays that if you're a man, you don't pray. If you are as a man, if you are
womanly.
praying, it's against masculinity.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we don't do that because I'm a man.
Yeah. In a later podcast, we'll discuss the issue of Pakistani dramas and how we can improve the genre.
And also masculinity.
Masculinity is going to be a separate topic. There will be a series on. So do you recommend any series that I should watch to do research purposes?